What's up, guys? Want to come to you, talk to you about Action Comics number 2. I guess I could say 1002. Um, so this was a good issue. I enjoyed it. Um, Bendis has been a lot better than I thought he would be. Um, it's not Tomasi by any means, but it's still pretty good. There's some things that there's a lot of strange stuff in here. So first of all, you see the Guardian show up, which I like the Guardian character. Um, that's really cool to see him show up. Um, and he faced off with the Cloud, the Red Cloud lady thing. That was fun. Really cool splash page there. And then he's just doing a lot of investigating. You see the rift between him and this lady, this other lady. I don't know who she is. But we find out she's working with the bad guy. And we saw Cat Grant show up, and she's from the Supergirl TV show. And I really enjoyed my favorite parts of Cat Grant were very few, but one I liked was when Clark came to town and her natural obsession over Clark. That was always too funny. Um, and she does that here too, and I think it's so funny. There's this one thing. It looks like Superman just goes out into space and vents, which is like it makes sense. Superman probably has his days where he just wants to go punch something, and you can't do that on Earth. Or he'll just destroy everything. So he goes out in space and punches asteroids. Makes sense to me. The big reveal at the end doesn't really make sense to me. And big spoilers, is that I say this for this because, and not the other lady, because we knew the other lady was going to be a villain. The way she was looking at Superman or Clark kind of gave it away from the beginning. But big spoilers here. Apparently Lois is still on Earth, or has found a way to travel to Earth, which makes zero sense. I'm just like, what in the world? Like, and we know it's got to be Lois. It can't be an imposter. Because Superman can, hear their heartbeat, and he knows people's heartbeat, so he can tell who it is, even if they're covered up in disguise. That's how he knows who Batman is. He knows where Batman is. So if there's ever a slight difference because it's somebody else's heartbeat pretending to be that person, he knows. And it's his wife, so he obviously knows it's Lois. So she's going to have some explaining to do. Well, Bendis is going to have some explaining to do. Why is she there and not John? What is going on with this? I'll be honest, it's hard to track between Action Comics and Superman. The old series had 2 different writers, and I meant there was 2 different stories going on. And I was talking about that with Brandon today. In Superman, you had him more outside of Metropolis, and he was with his family out on the farm, and they would often just kind of fight battles. They would sometimes go to space, but they'd fight a lot of stuff around their town. And then in Action Comics, he was in Metropolis, and he did a lot of stuff in outer space, a lot of stuff in the big city, and so that kind of kept the series separate. They didn't really address a whole lot of what was going on in the other. Well, this series seems to be kind of back and forth, and I never know which one is which. I'm just like, where did the fires come in? Like, what happened in the last issue? Like, I don't remember. It's hard to tell. I think Superman's doing the Rogol or some whatever, the big bad guy, and he's tracing him down. I think this one's doing the fires and stuff like that. Not sure why there's a kid on the cover. He never saves anybody like that. But, it's not a bad picture. It's not the greatest Superman face. His face is just a little off, in my opinion. Everything else is fine. It's just the face is a little weird. Anyways, I enjoyed the issue. Bendis has been a lot better than I thought he would be. Um, so I took a look at what is it, Pearl, or there's another one. I don't remember. I flipped through it in the comic book store. I was like, no, not really my thing. So, but he's done pretty well on Superman and Action Comics, and I'm still reading them. I'm still a little hesitant because I feel like at any moment he could just flip back to what he was doing at Marvel. But at the same time, he's doing really great right now. So I want to say, great job. Keep doing it this way. Keep writing well, and I'm gonna love it. It's not Tomasi by any means, but it's still good. It's still good. So I recommend this series. It's been really good. If you really want Superman, I'd go get Tomasi's Rebirth title. That was excellent, just excellent. But this is good too. So you can pick up an ongoing series of Superman, and it's fun. It's interesting. I'm thinking about picking up Supergirl. She's going into outer space. I think with Supergirl, her charm is that she is basically Superman. That's a girl that lives in the world with a Superman. And so she tries to find herself being different than Superman. Because, she's virtually the same, got the same strength. Superman's stronger, but, not by a whole lot that's measurable. She's very strong as well. And so, she has to live in a world that already has a Superman and make a name for herself. So, and you don't want it just to be because you're a girl. You want it to be because you have an interesting character. It's just like, oh, I can just go get Superman. Like, it's the same thing. And so, a lot of writers have a hard time, I think, capturing that. The TV show has done really well for the most part. There's a few gripes that I have with the show, but otherwise, just really good show. And but I think it's been struggling for a little while now, and I think they got a new writer. Could be wrong about that, but they got a new plot, which is she's going out in space, which is great. Get her away from Earth, let her be Supergirl in another world, and I think that works really well. It's same with Captain Marvel, aka Shazam. He's basically Superman, but he's a little kid, and so you kind of play up the aspect that he's very kid-like, but he has all the powers of Superman pretty much, even though they're technically different. Come from a different source, they work differently. But he's basically Superman, in all practical sense of the word. And so he has to live in a world with a Superman, but be a different character. And you probably have a similar thing with Martian Manhunter to some extent. But anyways, that has nothing to do with Bendis. So they've taken Kara to space, and I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. So let me know what you think of Bendis' run, Superman Action Comics. I've enjoyed them so far. The artwork's been pretty good. The story's been pretty good. There's only been a couple problems that I've had here and there, but overall, it's really good. So let me know what you think, and I will catch you next time. Peace.